finds himself kind of sort of on the big stage at Auburn. Auburn winning a national championship in 2010, actually appearing in another national championship in 2013, and going to the SEC championship game in 2017. So Auburn is not a stranger to being in the big stage. Have not made the college football playoff yet. We will see if that will possibly happen in the Hugh Freeze era. Go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe. Also, become a member to the channel, and you could also leave a Cash App. I'm going to leave my Cash App information in the description. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger War Eagle. Very interesting matchup for Auburn as they take on the UMass Minutemen, who've been playing football for a little while. Were formerly in the FCS, recently joined the FBS as an independent university, along with Notre Dame and some others. I think, as we talk about the possible outcome of this game, there are a lot of unknowns. Of course, Auburn has literally flipped its depth chart to where a lot of guys that were playing last year just ain't going to be playing in a starting role this year, because if you look at the starting lineup, offensive line, you got a handful of transfers, defensive line, handful of transfers, and you kind of have a plug and play type deal at Auburn, and it's kind of the same at UMass as well. Now, interestingly enough, UMass did actually name Tyson Pumachan as their quarterback. Now, Tyson Pumachan had stops at Clemson and Georgia Tech, but this will actually be his second start in all of that time. He never played any downs there. He does show a great deal of talent, as he had a 96 yards rushing, 100 plus yards passing the football. He has the ability to run, and he showed that in the New Mexico State game. And not to downplay New Mexico State, I'm very interested to see, because when I look at Auburn's defensive lineup with Mosiah Kirk, Kyle, and Jason Jones, Jack linebacker Elijah McAllister, Austin Keys, and Cam Riley, I'm trying to see how he's going to maneuver in that front. I think that's a solid front for a Power 5 football team. And Tyson Pumachan, he seemed, have a respectable amount of speed. I'm just not too sure if that's going to translate well in an SEC environment. I mean, Jordan-Hare Stadium is going to be electrifying. It's going to be totally different from the experience that Pumachan had at New Mexico State. The adrenaline's running. These guys are great athletes. They feel like they're playing for a really good coach. A lot of enthusiasm. I just don't see how that's going to translate well for Tyson Pumachan. Another guy to watch for UMass is Anthony Simpson. He's a guy that kind of jumped off the tape. Had 3 receptions for 65 yards, 2 rushing attempts, including an in-around touchdown in the red zone, which was pretty impressive. And UMass scoring way more points than they're accustomed to scoring at 41, and actually getting the win. They were 1-11 last year. Auburn on the other side got Peyton Thorne at quarterback, a proven leader. Matter of fact, that's probably a good bit of the deciding factor as to why he's going to be the start in this game. There's been some buzz going around as to whether Jarquez Hunter, the running back, will even play in this game. I'm really interested to see how that turns out. But even still, excuse me, even if he doesn't play, you have DeMario Austin and Brian Battier who can still be viable in the run game. And then you have a marquee receiver in Shane Hooks from Jackson State, yet another transfer from Auburn. He transferred from Jackson State, another transfer for Auburn that could possibly be a difference maker in this game. So how do I see this game going? Well, I'm not going to call a shutout because I don't know the trajectory of the defense and how they will perform. Shutouts are very hard to come by, especially in this day and time in college football. I do see UMass being able to put some points on the board, not many, but some points on the board, and I do see Auburn's offense being very effective against UMass. How do I see this going? It's prediction time. Auburn at home. Hugh Freeze's first football game as an Auburn Tiger head coach. I think we see a very modest 38-10 football game in Jordan-Hare this weekend. Let me know what your thoughts are as far as the prediction. Like this video, comment, and subscribe. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.